first down. Cunningham, throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he lost the football, and the Packers pick it up.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Brady to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So out come the Raiders. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cunningham. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. The slot man in motion right. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a handoff looking right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kevin Williams. Able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. So the defense gets to the quarterback. Now the offense backed up on second down.
Here we go! Ohio!
Back to throw. Cunningham. And the pressure gets to him again. Kevin Williams in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Spencer Lanning now. Deshaun Jackson back deep for Washington. With it is Jackson. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
Throwing on 1st down, Cunningham. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 28. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Now they try the right side here. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. His throw incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Let's go! Ryan 38! Ryan 38!
On 3rd down, Cunningham. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the 1st with a very effective stiff arm. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now they'll run it on the toss. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. So the D-line's going to spread out. To throw on third down. Cunningham. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
They find some open. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Packers. Deshaun Jackson, 99 yards. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for Oakland. 41 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And a big turnover. There as his guys will get the football back. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they're going to run the end around with Jackson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
Here we go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. And some room to maneuver. Now a first down and then some. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back out. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Spins past him, and now running right through it. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
To the 40 and no further. The broken tackle, but then the hole closed quickly. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Oh, look at this play call. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Let's go. 1, 9,
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll bring him back within 4. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Down here right around the 23-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I think in normal situations, most play callers would probably shelve that play. In this situation, down in the red zone, you got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And after all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Zuerlein's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now here come the Raiders. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47.
Brandon, offensively,